Okay. I am at the 4-day mark. 4 days. Really kind of almost like 3.5 when you think about it, because I go check in early on the fourth day. Super, super nervous. I've got so many things on my mind about what's going to happen, but I'm ready. One of the things that I was thinking, and this is just my thought, and I should have said this in the first video. In case you didn't know, I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV. But I signed up for this rehab session like 30 days before the actual session. And so it gave me like 3.5 weeks. It's been 3.5 weeks now of me sort of focusing on this. And, truth be told, stressing on it. Like some days just totally stressing about it. Other days, like coming up with ideas. Other days, like getting excited about it. So, I think I would recommend doing it that way. Everybody's different. It might be that you need to like check in right away and then just see what happens. But it gave me a chance to really think about things, and there was a lot of things that I really have thought about and will continue to think about. One of them is regret. And I know if you're in the place that I'm in, you'll understand what I'm saying. Is I think of things that I've done in the last, let's just say 10 years, just to make it easy. It goes further back, but like major things, major events, trips, family things, things that my wife and I did, things I did with my dad, things I did with my mom and dad. And, I don't totally remember them. I don't remember details, and that's the alcohol. And I regret that. I can look at pictures but I don't always have pictures of all of those things. I have some. And then even I'll sometimes look at them and go, oh yeah, that's right. We did that, and it's sad. And then again, this is like a reflection time. And maybe everybody goes through this at this point. I don't know. I have no idea. But then I started thinking of things that I do that I'm not sober. And I started going through I do music and stuff like that. And I started thinking, okay, yeah. And then it turned into, it's easier to figure out things I've done as a sober person when I'm sober, because that list is much shorter. And so that's sad, and I mean, I'm just being straight. It scares me. Like, am I going to be able to do those things, when I'm sober? All of the things that I've done, that I do under the influence, what happens when I do it not under the influence, and, in theory, I should do them better. And if anything, I'll be able to experience it better. So I think that's kind of the big takeaway there is, and I just use music as an example. Like, I've been in a lot of bands and, excuse me, I think about performing and, never performing sober. And what about performing sober when it's the next day and you can remember everything and like really enjoy the memory, right? So the other thing I'll just kind of leave you with, I'm going to do one more video, I think, is to create a journal ahead of time. So I'm going to journal, you could argue that this is kind of a journal. I'm going to journal when I'm in there, but I created a journal like a year ago for myself for various reasons, a lot of things going on with my parents. And then it kind of turned into like what this is going to be. And I think it's a good thing to do that, or maybe you do videos like this too, just to get your feelings out of you. The worst thing that can happen is to bottle up your feelings and not let them out. And a lot of us, like myself, don't know how to do that. Don't know how to let it out. And so this is a way where there's no judgment, there's no fear. You're just talking, or you're just writing, or you're just typing. It's just get your feelings out. And then the interesting thing about it is you'll find is that you do that, and then you start kind of getting addicted to it, and then you'll go back and you'll read or watch your own things that you did. And it's a really interesting reflection on yourself. And I think that that's healthy. It's helping me. It's helping me so far. And I still go back and I read entries in my journal from a year ago. And it just helps me. So that's just a suggestion. And so, yeah, I go in just a couple of days. I'll do one more, and then it'll be a month until I do another one. I'm very nervous, which is absolutely normal. If you weren't nervous, I guess maybe that would be like a question mark. Maybe, I don't know, but I hope that some of this helps somebody. And I'll just keep doing these when I can, and then again I'll do one more before I go in, which would be probably in 2 days, and then the next one will be when it's done. And again, when you get out, that's when the work starts. It's not over. All right, take care.